What's up, everybody? Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Good to see you.
Christmas.
Hey, thank you. You guys got plans for Christmas? Or are you just hanging around the house?
Too early.
It's too early to decide.
Yeah.
Today's the 17th. You got 1 week, bud. 1 week.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you Saturday night.
That's Christmas Eve, bro.
I know.
That's next Saturday is Christmas Eve, everybody. Did you realize that? I mean, I had to look it up. Yeah, I know. It doesn't. I had to look it up because I was like, falls on a weekend, but I don't know which one.
I never remember it being on a Sunday.
I guess it happens every 7 years or so, right? Supposedly.
Mhm.
I don't know, except for leap year, and then
Oh,
all bets
man.
all bets are off then because I don't even know. I went to public school, so they didn't teach me to think that good.
Me too.
Speaking of Christmas, welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here, and we want to talk about your business today. We want to talk about getting you to the Shut Up Money, if we can. Here is a Christmas card I got from. Anybody get Christmas cards in the mail anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many you get?
Uh,
Don't tell. You don't have to tell us, man.
it depends, but I expect a lot more because my father's passing earlier this year, so I expect more than normal.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So you get quite a few then.
Yeah.
It's not just like one or two.
No.
That's
I
what.
send them back.
See, that's the thing. I'm busted now. I'm busted live on camera because you nailed it, bro. Because I get one or two of these because I don't send them back.
Oh,
Man, I didn't even send thank you letters after my wedding.
same face.
I'm just lazy, I guess. Hey, but I did get a Christmas card from Mr. Claude Diamond, and so I thought what might be nice is if I open Mr. Claude Diamond's card right here live on air with you guys. I've been on vacation all week at the beach.
Yeah.
And then I got back really early this morning, so I don't know, man. He like glued it closed. It's really, really tight. I don't know how I'm gonna have to get in here. It's seriously sealed.
Straight razor.
Mr. Diamond, you seriously sealed this. Yeah. A straight razor to just slice into this. I got one too.
I know you do.
Check this out. Yeah, here's a straight razor right here. How'd you know I had one?
Where you located at?
Kansas City.
All the guys having fun.
Yeah, that's hilarious. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you. I did get into the card. I cut into it. Let's just read this. I think this will maybe hopefully this will give us all a little Christmas spirit before we jump into business. It's good to see everybody here. Carl and Tyree. Good to see you. Sue, Jocelyn, Ty.
How you doing?
Hey, check this out. He always has the most beautiful Christmas cards that he gets. I wonder if he has
Makes
these
them?
made based on like photos of where he lives. That's what I wonder because it looks like stuff. Y'all follow Claude enough to know like he posts pictures of him running and stuff through the
The bear attacks.
running from the bears. Up in Winter Park, Colorado. Hi, Justin. Best wishes for good health, happiness, and prosperity throughout the coming year. Merry Christmas, Claude and Claudia. Hey, thank you, Claude. Love you, man. If you don't get one back from me, this is me saying, hey, Merry Christmas.
You know, it's funny. My friend yesterday, Justin, he's like, I used to send out 50 cards, and I'm like, people still do that? And he's like, yeah, but this year I waited to receive cards, and I only got 20 cards, so I'm just gonna send out 20.
Wow. In other words, you get what you give, huh? Right? With this guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just work, right? Now, I will say in my defense, okay, and if there is a defense for me, I don't do Christmas cards, but I am a big believer. I've got a stack down here of little thank you cards.
Mhm.
And that I find goes a long way. So maybe Christmas probably would too, except, I don't really do that. So, I mean, I do Christmas. I just don't do the Christmas cards. So, yeah, but thank you cards. Does anybody send thank you cards anymore in here or just me?
No, I do.
Really? It's classy, isn't it? It's pretty
Yeah.
classy. That's a class act when you get a thank you card from somebody on something that you did that maybe you went out of the way to help someone or something like that.
Or
So,
if I'm just thinking about it, instead of sending a text, I'll just send them a card or even a little small letter to like
well, yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's older, older than me that I
Yeah.
respect. Because a lot of people, are just writing down a little message, what's called in a letter, and send it just out the blue.
Mm-hmm. Or drop by about dinner time.
I used to, but where I'm at, there's nobody around. I have to fly for that.
Yeah. Well, that's a long way to go for dinner.
Just depends who's cooking.
Well, anybody in here got plans to do any traveling like that? Like he's talking about? Anybody? Anybody going out of town for Christmas? Not really. Okay. Everybody staying home? It's a home kind of Christmas year, isn't it?
Maybe.
I don't know where Jocelyn went to, but I miss her. I hope she comes back. I think she asked me the other day if she could, her and Sue could tell a story, and I was like, yeah, that'd be super cool.
I might go Grand Canyon. I was thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Grand Canyon. That's a Arizona, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, a little dry.
Been there before?
Yeah. A couple times.
Is that a warm weather destination for wintertime?
No, it's actually pretty cold.
Is it?
It's up higher elevation. So
Oh yeah, because it's a giant hole in the ground. Like
well, you go up and up. And Flagstaff gets a lot of snow.
Yeah, Arizona's beautiful. I love that. I'm sorry, Sue. You said something a minute ago when you had your mute button on. I couldn't really hear you.
Still does. Mute.
Yeah, on Zoom on the screen, there's a mute button over on the bottom left. Okay. I'm practicing at reading lips. I'm just not that good at it yet. Oh, and now she's gone. Man.
What?
Maybe
I'm,
she had to go.
I'm
She had to
running
leave
off.
and come back.
I'm running off all of the ladies today.
What's going on?
What's going on? Tyree, what's up, man?
All right. Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah, so me and my virtual assistant, we got like 546 co-wholesale leads across like 11 different markets, and I've been reaching out to other wholesalers through Craigslist. And
Okay.
I need to like streamline the process because it's quite overwhelming. But for example, I'm working with this big wholesale company. They do like 40 to 60 deals a month in Texas, and this one property. So I'm communicating with the representative they have. So basically their comps are, the subject property is a 5-bedroom, 3.5, 3764 square feet. The ARV is 320, but they're offering it at 245, and that right there is like, but they're saying their comps are 350, but I looked at their comp properties that they have in the package, and all of the comp properties are 3 3s, 3 2s, 3 3s, and also none of their comp properties are a match with the subject property, like our
Okay.
comps are. So basically, we comped at 320, they comped at 350, and
Okay.
also talked with the buyer too. The buyer said we would have to get it at 205 from them. So we don't really know the price that I guess these comps aren't right, so that's the issue I'm having.
Okay.
And I also need to
Let's pause for a second, because you might be poking on something that's really, really good here. And or maybe not. You might be just absolutely 100% correct that it's just the comps that the wholesale company is basing the property price off of are just wrong. And that would not be unheard of in the wholesale world for the wholesalers' comps to be off. Okay. However, I missed, you said it, and I was looking for a pen. I was going to write it down. What is the square foot of both let's say the subject property, and then like kind of the comps in general? Is there an average?
Yeah, so they range from 3440 square feet to the subject property, which is 3764 square feet. The other comp that we have is 3479. They're all 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath. The ARV is the 3440 sold September 30th for 325. The 3279 sold in October 21st for 319,900. And out of those, we average that the ARV is 320 for our subject property, which is 3764 area square feet. And
Okay.
their properties, none of those match 5 bedrooms. They all 3 and 4 from the wholesale company.
Okay. So here's the question that pops in my mind. Okay. I've wholesaled quite a few deals where I was dealing with a 2-bedroom as the subject property I'm trying to wholesale or sell. And then in the neighborhood, there's a lot of, there may be a few 2-bedrooms. And let's say, for example, the 2 bedrooms are all after repair value or fair market value of somewhere around, let's say, just for ease of numbers, 200,000. Well, I'm looking around. I'm like, 2-bedroom, 200,000, 2-bedroom, 200,000. Okay, so this is about 200,000 if as a 2-bedroom. But then in the same neighborhood, there are 3 and 4-bedroom houses. And so the 3 and 4-bedroom houses are 280, 350. Okay. They're quite a bit more expensive because they're 3 and 4 bedrooms. They're just larger. Okay. So the idea that we got is, hey, why not find a buyer willing to do what we call a build out? Does anybody know what a build out is? Okay. A build out is when you add square feet to the original footprint of the house. Okay. So when in other words, you're not just building out like a room in the basement, like Trading Spaces, the TV show. You're not just fixing up a room or something. A build out is when you're actually adding square feet. And that may be in the basement, but it's a lot of times like you've seen houses where they add a den on the back, or they add a master bedroom, an addition to the home, a master bedroom with a bathroom ensuite. You guys know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, Ty.
What about if there's, oh, my bad.
No, I say I moved into one exactly like that.
Yeah.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then they added a master suite.
Right. And in some neighborhoods, guys and gals, when you do a build out and you add square feet, and let's say you were to add that 3rd bedroom, that 3rd bathroom, or that half bath, or you add that master bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. Okay. In some neighborhoods, that adds 80, 90, 100, $120,000 to the property value. Okay, because it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom now. Instead of a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, now it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Much more value. So when I run into questions like this, Tyree, I like to ask myself, well, hey, is this one of those situations where if the buyer was to get the 2-bedroom and add a 3rd bedroom and a bathroom, would it put $150,000 worth of value in addition to on the property? Does that make sense? This may not fit that. This may be a bum deal, but everybody should think about the possibility of build outs, because there are fix and flippers out there. There are people out there who will, oh yeah, I've got no problem adding a little room onto the back here or the side or what have you. What do you think about that, Tyree? That's not probably what this is though, is it?
I'm not sure. It was a lot of information to grab so quick, but
Okay.
their comp properties are all in the 2000s except one. So their comp properties range from 2501 all the way to 2942. And the subject property is 3764, and our 2 comp properties are 3440 and 3279. So they're off. They don't have that much space, square feet from their property. So
I
think
see.
it's got properties like a couple minutes away, but
Yeah.
nothing in common,
Yeah. Okay, so my best country boy advice is this, which is what I think you're doing. Really, you have to kind of. It almost tickles me a little bit when my buyers come to me on cash deals and they say, "Do you have any comps we can look at?" I'm like, I almost want to. I don't, okay, because I want to be a professional, but I almost want to say, "Hey, listen, why are you asking me for comps? Because you know you're going to go get your own anyway. You ain't going to believe mine when I give them to you."
Yeah.
So, you got to start with just kind of disregarding what they have anyway, getting comps. A lot of buyers I have that are really good buyers, they know right away the first thing they do is contact their realtor, lady, gal, person, whoever they're talking to, and have them run comps for them. An independent third party is going to run comps on this deal. So you just disregard what the wholesaler's saying, really, and just really get a good perspective on the value of it yourself. And then if you struggle with that, that's okay too. Because what you just said is perfect, Tyree. Have a buyer come in and take a look at it. A buyer that that's good, that's not, flaky or trying to get over on you, somebody you kind of trust a little if you can, or somebody that's been in the business a while,
Yeah.
get them to go over and say, hey, listen, can you make me your best offer based on price? I mean, based on the property, the location, the repairs, just take a look at everything, make your best offer. Okay. Let me know in country boy terms, man, let me know what you're willing to do this deal for. What's the top I could get out of you? Okay. And they'll tell you. And the reason why they'll tell you is because they want to get a deal. They want to get the deal from you. So, yeah. So I depend on my buyers a lot. All right. Because I'm not a great comper. Oh, yeah. I mean, I struggle with it. It sucks, man. I mean, you got to sit here on the computer and you got to sort through this shit and you got to think about it really hard and you got to okay, is this really I mean, I'd rather go do something else, really.
My virtual assistant does the
So, well, yeah, you can have a person on your team do it. PropStream makes it really pretty quick and easy, but nevertheless, it's not a fun task that, as far as I'm concerned. So, and not only that, but even when I've done the work of comps, my buyers are going to do the work too, and they're not going to trust mine anyway. And it's really I'm not buying it. It's what the buyer wants. So what do they think? So I depend on, I lean on my buyers a lot. Help me out with, what do you think this is worth?
I think it's a great idea to do that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Good to see you, Jocelyn and Sue. Are you
Hi,
guys having
everybody.
problems with the computer today?
Oh my goodness. And then I went to answer a text from Sue and I put myself out of the room. So I'm back. Sue's having some
Welcome.
difficulties too. So
Okay, well, Sue, we know you're there and we are very thankful. We hope you're having a good day. We haven't heard your voice, but we saw you trying, and that means a
her
lot to us.
speaker's not, yeah, she's
I
yeah.
don't even know, but it's hey, it looks good. Whatever you said there, I don't know, but
I got a question for Tyree. What,
Yeah.
do you have any do you have any pretty houses?
Yes, so I got some lease, I called a couple lease option guys from who
Uh-huh.
I spoke to last month. And one guy I talked to yesterday, it's in Beaumont. He said they're renovating it. They had it listed with a realtor for $315. It didn't sell. Now he's trying to renovate to get $400,000, and he's not open to taking payment. So I've basically been focusing on the co-wholesaling part. But yeah, I have
Okay.
quite a few of.
Cool. What market are you in?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston.
But
Oh, that's great.
I got
Awesome,
property
man.
in Jacksonville, also in Florida. Yeah,
Right on. Uh-oh, Jacksonville. Okay,
a couple of states, not just Texas.
gotcha.
I like co-wholesaling. Is anybody else co-wholesaling in here?
Another
Tyree?
question number two.
Yeah.
So with these 456 leads, and you got to move quick. I learned from another course I took a while ago that you can hire an acquisition manager on Indeed, as long as you got an LLC, like 100% commission. But I'm stuck right now on how to get the script. So I'll have my virtual assistant get in the product, the information about their deals. He does the comps, and then he's going to be working with the acquisition person from Indeed. And I basically need like a script to use when this acquisition person is contacting the wholesalers, And also, what type of tool can I use for them to call out that got calls recorded and things like that?
Okay. What was that the last sentence, the last question, or the number?
What type of tool can I use to have the calls recorded of the acquisition manager? So
Oh, okay.
you and things like that.
Yeah. REI Reply records. Okay. But if you don't have REI Reply, or you're not using REI Reply, or they're not using REI Reply, your team, then what's easy to do is go to vocaroo.com. Has everybody heard of this?
I'm recording you right now on this, man.
Okay. Yeah, Vocaroo is pretty cool. And I'll show the screen here so everybody can kind of get a look at what it is. If you haven't heard of it, vocaroo.com. Where do they come up with the name Vocaroo? I don't really know, but all you do really is just click this button right here and it will start recording whatever you've got going on your computer. If you're using one of these kind of phones where you got the headset with the mic and all that, which is what I like, so just record it that way. It gives you a link. You can share the link. It's really pretty cool, guys. It's free. Don't cost nothing. That's a great way to do it. So there's other services that you can use or subscribe to also, but yeah, that's what I recommend.
So I would tell my caller to have that on for every call, basically.
Yeah. Okay. What I would do if it were me, okay, it is I would go to Woofu. Okay. You guys ever hear of that? All right. Woofu.com. Let me share screens on that real quick.
Yeah, I know about it.
Woofu and Vocaroo. Okay. So here's Woofu. This is where you build online forms. Okay. And you know what an online form is? Like everybody's filled those out, right? Like your name, address, email, whatever. Let's see here. There's also Google Forms. Okay, and you might have heard of that. It's a free version of what we were just talking about with Woofu. Okay, so Woofu gives you some customizations that this one doesn't, that Google Forms won't. But what I would do is I would build a form with the script for my VA that I've got making these calls to these wholesalers.
Mhm.
I would build a form and it would have fill in the blanks, right, for the answers that I'm looking for. And one of those questions would be copy and paste the link of the call recording here. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? That way, every time your VA does a call, they fill out that form and hit submit. Boom, it goes into an email account where you can now go through there and see every single call as a separate email with the recording, everything. Boom, package nice. Okay.
Great. That's what I was looking for.
That's what I recommend. And that way, you know, this is also mobile. So it's not paper. They don't have to print off something and then scan it back into the computer. They just get online and fill out the form. So if you're looking for the words, okay, I'm doing a lot of air quotes today.
I was going to listen to my vocal recordings that I had with the other wholesalers. So I called quite a few wholesalers. It's just
there
that
you go.
I got stuck because Craigslist, for example, I had my VA using TeamViewer to get the phone numbers out of Craigslist because I didn't have time to do the captures for all of those. So, but what we've been running to now is that it's a lot of emails. So you do the capture. It was phone numbers, but now a lot of them are emails only. So I need to know how to email these people. I emailed some, but you know, it's not so professional, or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Fake, or you know what?
So emailing them like off of Craigslist, is that where you're getting them?
Yeah, pasting the Craigslist email into my email.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Yeah.
upgrade the workspace though, so my virtual assistant could work on my co-wholesaler email. I got too many people sending me emails.
I understand. Yeah. Well, Craigslist is kind of a pain in the old rumpus in that sense that you have to do the CAPTCHA every time when you want to talk to someone now. And, you know, that right there requires probably human intervention with a, with a virtual assistant that just sits there and does that stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking Upwork.
Yep, you could do that and then you get one from Upwork. But if you build the script right with your form and everything, they should be able to just copy and paste sections of the script and just plug it into an email and hit go. You know what I mean? Hi, this is so and so with your business, and we saw this property. Would you be interested in a joint venture partnership if we were able to produce a buyer for you that would close quickly? Just real pithy, boom,
Yeah.
business to business type conversation.
Yeah, I printed out the Brandon Simmons co-wholesaling the script when he was talking to that guy from the video, Cornell. Diesel Investments. So kind of making up a script using that, and trying to piece it all together.
I would be more than happy to also, Tyree, if you want, hop on my calendar sometime for this week, and you and I can brainstorm a little bit on what you need. If you need me to help fill in some blanks or something, man, I'm more than happy to.
All right, great.
Yep. I guess Sue dropped out. She's having microphone problems, I think, today. So, Jocelyn, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know everything about the deal, but I know it would be a great learning experience for everybody, well, for all of us. And I'll tell you what I know, and then Justin, I'll let you take over because you know how to just make everything so interactive for the students. So.
Okay, I'll do my best, but I would love to hear this. So this is a deal that Sue and brought you in on this week, or you guys collaborated on, or something?
Yes, so she found it on Zillow, and the guy is trying to rent it out. Now, oh my goodness, Justin, I can't hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So the guy contacted her and he told her, he said, you know what? I have gotten about 50 calls or 50 contacts about this house. People wanting to sub to it, people wanting to do a wrap, lease option. So what he did was he called his mortgage company and he told his mortgage company that he was thinking about owner finance. And they told him, yes, we can call the note if you do that. He has got, so that's where she bought me in at, because she was only offering lease option. And she knew, although she's new, she's such a sweet soul. She
Yeah.
knew that this would not call the note due. So that's where she bought me in at. And I spoke with him and I explained to him, you know, and so he seemed okay with that. He seemed okay knowing that lease option is just you're renting out your house and you're giving them the option at a later date to purchase. They cannot call your note because you're giving someone an option to buy. You're not owner financing in any way.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right. So,
And I told him sub two, they certainly can call your note, but not with a lease option.
right. So,
Okay.
so he's more comfortable with a lease option, the seller?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Because of the whole due on sale clause.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
Okay.
right. So
Gotcha.
here's the thing. He lives out of town now. He had to move. The house is vacant. He talked the person that he's renting from into a 6-month, a 6-month lease. He's used to owning, and every month that he pays rent, he feels like he's flushing money down the toilet.
Right.
So he comes to Sue and he says, I want to do a 6-month option.
Okay.
And I need $10,000 because I want to purchase a house and I need $10,000 for my down payment.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So then he says, I have a meeting and I've got to go.
Oh, okay.
So guys, Sue has done her homework. She's looked it up. It's worth about 300 and he's asking about 300.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
It's not a house that is HGTV ready. It doesn't
Right.
have the backsplashes and the granite countertops, but it's nice. It's very livable. It's just not updated to the to the HGTV standard.
Right.
So, Justin, do you want me to give it to you from here, and you can bring me back in, and I'll tell you what I suggested.
I would love to
Do
hear
you
what
wanna
you said.
talk about
I would
it a
love
little
to. I'm just hooked. So go ahead and tell me.
Okay, so
I'm
what I
enjoying this.
suggested was that 6 months is just not enough time usually for a tenant buyer to be able to purchase. Especially in today's market, it's just, and so what I suggested was to push it out a bit. If he could do 24 months, then at this point we thought it was 400, but even with it being worth 300,000, if we could find a tenant buyer who's willing to come in, and if you put, I don't know the area. It's in Texas. I don't know the area very, very well. I don't know if tenant buyers would be willing to come up with $12,000 to $15,000 for a 20-month lease option, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
If it's 24 months, not 6 months. And then he would have his down payment. And I even suggested if the house's value could handle it, to tell him instead of the 300, maybe 310, if he would be willing to go out 24 months. So that was my suggestion.
That is smart.
I'm back.
Super smart. Hey, welcome back, Sue.
I turned my computer off and put it back on, and it worked fine.
Yeah, mine did that the other day. It scared me. I was like, oh no, what happened to my computer? It's not working right.
How long was the property listed on Zillow?
I'm going to let Sue answer that because I'm not sure.
It was 315. Are you
No,
talking about the $1 million guy or the 315 guy?
No, the 300,000, the 315.
Yeah, how many days?
I
think
he got in there by accident. I don't know how he got on my list because he was not a FSBO and I did just FSBOs, and he was a renter, and so he had it on for rent for I think about 2,000.
So it rents for about $2K a month.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
is that what I said in my text?
I don't think
Mhm.
you. I don't think you texted me.
No, I texted Jocelyn. Let me just see. You keep talking.
Okay, so we got a Texas lease option, 300K ish value, worth about 300K, asking about 300K, $2,000 a month rent. The guy wants 10K in his pocket down.
Mhm.
Okay, this is all looking pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with this so far. But
Can I
let's
ask
see
a
here.
question?
The 6 month was the problem.
That was the problem. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you can ask a question.
315, what, times 4%, just trying to build in the commission?
Yeah. You want
Yes,
so that's what you want to make is 4%?
Well, I thought that was our formula.
No, I try to get 10%.
10%?
I try to get
Wow.
10, yeah. Yeah.
Is everyone getting that?
Well, I don't always get it, but what I do get, I try to get it, and then I try to set them up with a promissory note to pay the difference in time
Uh-huh.
because it's all coming off equity as equity in the house for them anyway when they buy. So it's kind of like they're getting it back. They're investing in themselves. So yeah, I wouldn't limit myself to 4% on a $315,000 property. Let's take a look at the old calculator here. I got the sharp. This is sharp. This is a little sharp. All right, so 315,000, and if you wanted to make 4%, that would be $12,600.
Yeah.
Not a bad day.
Well, you have to give him that down payment out of it, so it would only be
Right.
26.
So if you gave him 10,000 of that, you'd only make $2,600. So
Yeah.
what I would do is if you contract what will you be able to contract it for? 315 or 300?
Well, I'm hoping 315.
Okay, so 315. I would immediately mark the property up to 335, 340, somewhere in there probably. 315 plus 10% is 346. So yeah, I mean, I would bump it up quite a bit. And you may not get that much, but you may have someone that comes in and says, "Hey, I've got a whole stack of money over here I'd like to put in on a house of my own that I could buy." So, yeah. You guys know I've worked with a team for several years. Not this year, but prior to this year, I kind of feel semi-retired a little bit, but their general rule that I gave them to abide by is whenever I submit a contract I've gotten signed, I want you to immediately mark it up 10% unless I tell you otherwise.
Huh. And that worked pretty much all the time?
Yep, pretty much all the time. It's a good place to start. You can come down, you just can't go up.
Okay.
So it's nice to start high and work your way down instead of trying to, end up making $2,600 on a house that you just did a masterful lease option quick flip on. 2,600 is not enough, Sue.
Wow. Go ahead.
So you got to figure he's getting 10. You want to make at least another 10 or 15 yourself. So you need to be shooting for at least 25 or 30 or 10%. Let's just start at 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So anyway, the problem with the deal is not the 10K down that he wants. That's pretty reasonable. So you can definitely create enough margin here, but you don't have enough time to create that kind of margin. That's the problem. 6 months.
I texted him and I said, I talked to Jocelyn. Jocelyn was wonderful coaching me through this. She's awesome. I texted him, I said, I talked to Jocelyn again, and she said, if you are willing to go a year and a half, which gives us a bigger pool of buyers, you could get that 8 to 10 grand. And he said, oh, He said, I'll call you tomorrow. He hasn't called yet today, but he said, wow, literally, wow, I'll call you tomorrow. So that was
great.
so
Good. That's good. Okay, a couple things come to mind too. You ladies are doing a great job with this one and negotiating this out and analyzing this and everything that's involved. The guy wants 6 months. That's the deal breaker here. So you pitch back to him 18 months. That's just a straight 18 months. Hey, it would help us, get this money to you if you did the 18 months. Oh wow, that works. Possibly he'll go with this. Another thing you could do, though, also when you run into scenarios like this, what I default to is the guy says 6 months. I always think, how can I give him what he wants and still get what I want? So the answer I came up with is hey, sir, if I give you 6 months, can I have 2 optional 6-month extensions in case we need them for lending or for title? That's right, 2 optional at my option. So we'll shoot for 6 months, but I want to be able to extend it twice if I have to. I just got 18 months by giving him 6 months.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, that doesn't always work, of course, but that's what I like to do. Just a tip.
yeah, he's renting right now, and he needs the down payment to get into a house. He's 36 years old and wants to be in a house. He doesn't want to waste his money on renting.
Yeah.
So that's why I was surprised. He said, wow, I'm going to call you, because that changed his mind about
Yeah.
the 6 months. So
Oh, good.
Jocelyn, didn't you sound fairly sure on I need it in 6 months? Didn't you think so?
I did, but I think that's because he had signed a lease for his where he lives, and that's a 6-month lease. And he doesn't want to go on renting because he's used to owning, and that's why he was so adamant about the 6 months. But if he can get the 10,000 up front, then I think that the 6 months would no longer be an issue, and I would really try to go for the 24 months. I would really try to go, even if you tell him, like I was saying, go up a little bit, go up a little bit for more money. In his, I think it would be worth it.
Yeah, that's a great strategy too. You said that a little bit ago, and that my antennas went up. You guys know what I mean. My antennas, like I caught that. I
And
was like,
don't you think he'd just put it on the market again and try to get the 10 grand himself? Or does he think the market's too slow and that's why he's doing a lease option?
yeah, it's a good question. Only he really knows, I think. But he could want to do something quicker. And like, well, I want to just list it on the MLS again. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys can make the offer appetizing enough that he's just like, hey, this makes a lot of sense because I'm going to get more money here. If I sell it on the MLS, I'm not going to get full price probably. I'm going to have to pay a realtor. I'm going to have to pay closing costs. I'm going to have to pay title company fees. I'm going to end up with a lot less than what I'm getting if I do the deal with Sue, because I'll wait a little longer, but I'll get a bigger check. It might be more interesting. People are motivated by money, right? So
Sorry.
you might want to remind them of that too. Hey, we do want to
so
get
he
full
won't-
price, no realtor's fees,
That's good.
closing costs. We'll cover the buyer will cover, title company fees and so on and so forth. So, Mr. Homeowner, what other things can we do to make this fit you really, really well? Jocelyn had a great idea. Sir, if we give you, let's say the property will probably appreciate in value a little bit over the next 18 months, sir. So instead of giving you 315, would it be okay if we bump the price up to 322.5? That give you an extra 7,200 or 70, again, public school. So, it give you an extra money in your pocket when we close. So would that be something we could do? Would that be more interesting to you, sir, or maybe not? Okay. Well, all great ideas. And this is so cool because you guys are really starting to pick up what it means to be a creative real estate investor, because you're starting to come up with ways to instead of being like, oh, I hit a roadblock, this is not a deal, oh well. When you hit the roadblock, think for a minute, is there a way that I can go around this one? Well, hey, sir, if I give you a little more on purchase price, can we do less down payment? If I give you more purchase price, can we do more time? If I give you whatever it is, you just get creative here, get creative.
But do you think that we'll be able to market it for, say, 340 or 335 when it's actually worth 315?
Yes, I do
Why?
believe you'll be able to market it for that. Yes.
Why?
Because you don't really know what it's going to be worth in 18 months. Okay. It could be worth another, 3, 4, 5%, maybe 10. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't. It's just not.
I'm sorry, Justin.
Go ahead, Jocelyn.
I was just going to say, and in my experience, people are willing to pay a premium if you give them time. So
Correct.
that's why you're able to do a higher price, because people are willing to do a premium. If you can give them that 18 months, 2 years, they're willing to do a premium. So,
And that's our commission built in.
Yes.
mhm.
That's correct. And not only that, but the United States, I've said this before, and I really want you guys to understand the magnitude of this. I mean, the United States is 4 million housing units behind. The interest rate, they've been raising it. I think they just raised it another 0.5% the other day.
Mhm.
And it's just money's getting more expensive. So people are looking for ways to get into homes. And if I don't have to go down to the bank today and take it in in the pants, then I think this is a better deal, honey. Let's do this one. Let's give Sue 20 grand, move in, we'll live there, get our ducks in a row, then we'll go to the banker.
Mhm.
See, people,
Excellent point.
people aren't necessarily financially intelligent, Sue. Okay. They want what they want. The heart wants what it wants. Okay. And you can tell them, hey, listen, you need to have an inspector come in. You need to have maybe call a real estate broker and have him do a broker's price opinion. Maybe have somebody else come, some other professional come in. You need to do your due diligence, especially Mr. Tenant Buyer. Call a mortgage person and get a good plan for buying the home.
Yes.
I've done over 500 of these deals, and do you know how many I would guess actually called anyone and got a plan?
0?
Probably like less than 10%.
Wow.
They're not financially,
Yeah.
you want them to be. You can't parent them. You can't educate them too much. You can't be the lawyer and the doctor and the counselor and the accountant and the tax professional. You can't be the realtor and the, hey, this is what you shouldn't do. Here's the deal. Do you like it? Do you want it? Do you like it? Do you want it? Great. Let's all sign and go.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's how I see it.
That's powerful.
Do we have a home lender that we recommend to them, a national home lender?
Okay. I don't recommend a home loan lender because I don't know what all the best deals are out there. But if somebody asks me, the tenant buyer asks me that question, here's what I always say. Listen, all you need is a plan. You're not actually shopping for the loan right now. So just call any one of them. Here's an idea. Quicken Home Loans, which has changed to Rocket Mortgage now. Call 1-800-ROCKET Mortgage, whatever that is. Google it. Tell them, hey, listen, I want to buy a home sometime in the near future. Can you help me look at my situation and get a plan? And you know what? They will.
Okay, that's good.
It's free. It costs 15 minutes of your life to get a plan to be a homeowner. And then I'm telling you that less than 10% of them do that. And the reason why is because it's uncomfortable. When I call a home loan lender, guess what he wants me to do? He wants me to undress financially. Hey, I want you to look at me in all of my glory. Woo. And then he's
brave.
and then he's like, well, we might not be able to get a loan for you today. That's why they don't. Because they already know their life's a mess. They don't need this other cat telling them again. Okay.
But we want to counsel them and tell them to do, you know, to get a hold of Homeland and get a plan, because I heard that they can come back at us in 2 years if they're not ready to buy the home and they try to get their money back. The what do you call it? The option fee. So we have to show our best intentions to help them. Is that true?
So what you're speaking to is true in a sense, and I have in my disclosure document, if you'll look in my agreements for this particular strategy that I recommend you guys and gals use, it has in there all of that verbiage. You've been advised to visit a realtor, broker, inspector, accountant, lawyer, any other professional to continue to do or to complete all your necessary due diligence. You've been advised to visit with a home loan lender to establish a good plan for purchasing the home.
That's in the 4-page contract stuff?
All of that's in the paperwork. So my tenant buyers sign off that this is true. So it will be very hard for them to come back ever and say, I didn't tell them, because I told you and you signed. Not only that, but it says in big bold letters, non-refundable, house as is. Okay. So I'm not going to say that it's not possible, but I've never had these contracts adjudicated and lost. Never. Okay. But it could happen. I mean, I don't, who knows? There's judges out there that do what they do. But I do put the words in there, and it does seem to clear. I've had attorneys call. Hey, my client is upset because they didn't buy this house and now they want the money back. Okay, Mr. Attorney, I'll send you a copy of the agreement they signed. Bye-bye. Last I hear from you, they got nothing. So, don't worry about it. Yeah. I'm having a good time this morning visiting with you guys. It's happening. Anybody got anything?
Since the seller is trying to qualify for another loan, right, for that property, for that deal, couldn't he use, like you guys use a wraparound mortgage also to purchase that, or no?
Well, that would be owner financing, right? You're talking about doing a true owner finance, which would probably be a longer scenario than the 6 to 12 to 18 month deal. See, so he wants, the thing is he wants out, right? So cash or lease option probably fits in best, frankly. Anything else is just too long term. Subject to would be probably a strategy you'd want to do long term, more long term than 18 months. What you could do if the guy were open to it, though, see, we could be creative. If you want to, and the guy's open to it, then do a lease option and then set in the paperwork after 12 months, this to be converted to true owner finance. Do both.
Good.
Well, you can do anything you want.
That's
We
awesome.
live in a really cool business here where, you can do, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. And so you could totally do that. You could do owner finance if he was open to it. I don't think this particular seller would be, though. Doesn't sound like.
Wraparound financing. Wraparound mortgage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what are you talking about? Buying the house and then
buying. So basically, I got
yeah.
Yeah.
And then doing owner finance to your end buyer. Yeah, that wouldn't work here either because there's not In my opinion, it wouldn't be worth looking at for that. Just because there's no equity. Remember we talked about last week? There's got to be equity. Like if you want to buy something and keep it, let there either be equity or cash flow or both, right? This one here has no equity right off the bat
All right,
because it's worth 315 and he wants every bit of that. You know what I mean? If it was worth 315 and he wanted like 150 or 175 or 200 or it's what he owed, that's a game changer. I mean, this is a different kind of deal. But this is a full 100% giving him every bit of the equity in this deal. He's getting everything. So this is a good deal for a tenant buyer, not for me. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't want to be confusing here. We don't talk about wraparounds and all that stuff here very much, but I want to. We should do a whole session on what all that stuff means. Would y'all like that? And we'll get into the various strategies and what they mean, because just having them defined will be really helpful, I think, for everyone.
Hey, Justin.
What's up?
What's going on? So, my perfect scenario for a wraparound would be to buy on a wrap and then sell on a lease option.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, right. That does make a lot of sense.
But he said he's buying the property, a house, right? And that will help him wash out whatever he got going on. But you say I wasn't.
I don't think he'd be into that, but maybe.
Remember, one of his main questions was my mortgage company said they could call my note. So he's not interested.
Oh yeah, he's got that seller due on clause fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they said, yes, we can call your note. So yeah.
He was confused. He was thinking about going into the business of lease options. He's investigating it. And he thought it was illegal. He thought that banks can call their notes when you do that. So Jocelyn did a fabulous job of calming him down, explaining the business. She was so good at simplifying it and saying, let's not talk subject to or all these words he was using. She said, let's just talk lease option by itself. And she narrowed it down for me, said, oh, she was, Jocelyn, I couldn't have done it without you. You were so good.
Yeah, that's good. Good. I'm glad she's hanging around here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
She was my savior that day.
That's good. I was on vacation. I'm glad she helped out. It's cool. Is there ever, let me ask a question here since we're talking about this topic and it's kind of a detailed topic, but is it ever possible for a bank to call the note due using the due on sale clause when it's been a lease, when the property's been lease optioned? Is it ever possible?
No, well, I'm not sure.
If it constitutes a sale according to the IRS, it is.
And remember when we used to do lease rent credits back in the day, Justin?
Mm-hmm.
And they would consider, well, this person has really put so much into this house as purchasing it. And so they could look at it like that. And that's why we don't do that anymore. The Dodd-Frank really,
Perfect. Well said. Perfectly. Also, I've seen, it's not likely to ever happen, but I've seen in contracts before where somebody bought the house through some kind of special program and they had to own it as a personal residence for 7 years before doing anything with it. Okay. I've seen that in the contract with the mortgage people, that this must be a personal residence for 3 years before it can be rented or used as an investment property or anything. Okay. Because they got usually some kind of a first time home buyers down payment assistance or something going on like that. And so the bank is like, hey, listen, you can't use this program and then turn it into a rental property. This is to help home buyers home that want to live there. So is it possible? Well, sure, but have I ever seen it happen? I've never seen a bank ever call a note due over a lease with an option to buy. But I'm not saying it couldn't happen. But yeah, so good thoughts. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all had a pretty good week, it sounds like. Is anybody else got anything cooking they want to talk about? No? All right. It's been a good session. We've been here an hour, so let's call it let's put this one in the can. Next Saturday is Christmas Eve. And you guys probably all want to take Christmas Eve off, right? Because we got stuff to do. We got to make the turkey. We got to run to the store. We got to get the milk and the bread. We got family on the way.
Eggs.
We got to clean the house. This part of the house ain't been cleaned since last time they was here. We got to get this looking good. All right. Love you guys. We'll cancel next Saturday, but keep your eye on YouTube because I'll probably throw some Christmas content out there for you if you get bored. Okay. All right. Hey, Jocelyn and Sue, thank you for bringing that today. Really, really cool. Tyree.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tyree, for bringing that too. That's really, really cool.
Want to book a call with you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And Carl, Ty, James, it's good to see y'all. Good to see you. Get on my calendar if you want and let's talk. You know, I like you guys. Let's visit and get something cooking. All
Hey,
right.
Justin, thank you for
Appreciate it.
everything that you're doing. It's tremendous. And
Thank you.
happy holidays, everybody. Enjoy your
I
Christmas.
got a Christmas card for you.
You got a Christmas card for me. Hey, if y'all send me a Christmas card, just remember you ain't getting one back, all right?
Justin, I have a quick question. The Saturday after is New Year's Eve. Will you
Yeah,
cancel that as well?
I'll probably do that, but you know, if people miss, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can't be here, you know you can't be here. But I haven't thought about it. Do I want to do New Year's Eve? I was thinking about doing some other things during the week before that, so maybe we'll skip that too. Y'all want to skip that too? Okay, let's just scrap the whole thing. All right, I'll see you guys then on my one-on-one calendar. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.